Well, the Globex hit 1286. When I went to bed, it was around 1289. Boy, it makes those 1308s that I sold for. It looks like those 1308s I sold and bought back for 1307 and a halves for half a point was a nice trade. One of these days, I need to work on, staying with the trade according to what I initially said. Even that would have got me out at 1304, 1301. So anyway, we made money yesterday. That's the important thing after losing money, I guess. Excuse me. Also, the 10-day distribution looks like we're headed down toward the other end of the distribution in the 70s. So we'll look for some selling opportunities today. See if we can get over the Globex high. The Globex high is 07 and a half. See if we can get over 07 and a half before we sell off too much. The closing range is 02 to 96. The actual close of yesterday is in between there, about 99. NYSE tick chart opened up neutral. We're selling to 1301 and 1301 quarters. Our stop is 1306. That's below the Globex stop. The Globex high is 0750, which means our stop would have to be 09 or 0850 at a minimum. I think we're going to keep our stop just above the high of the opening range here. 1306 looks good. Our target, I don't know. Our target could be down as low as the 70s. At least to the Globex low at 86. I would consider looking at 86 as a target. So I'm going to put the target as 86 to 75. It's a 10-point range, but in that area we're going to look for any congestion. Well, we haven't had any meaningful upward rotation in the 8 period thus far, and that's good. We have 122,000 traded in the first half hour, 10,000 negative delta, almost 11,000 negative delta. The NYSE tick chart is now building negative underneath the regression, underneath the mean, and heading down toward the second standard deviation. So let's see if we can hold to our 86 to 75 target. We're out 1325. There's a big divergence in the ETF XLF. The divergence in the XLF was just too much. We don't have enough data across the board. But that was enough to scare me out of that trade. But we'll, we have our targets in mind, so we'll take a look for another opportunity. But the XLF is making higher highs while the E-mini is making lower lows, and the New York tick chart is relatively neutral. So I didn't want to risk all the way up to 1306. We'll keep an eye and see if there's any other opportunities. See if the divergence settles down a little bit. The leading indicators in the Philadelphia Fed come out at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to be out of the market until after that news. Let's see what that does. That's good. We got out of the trade at the 1300 area. I still think we can attain our targets. We look to get short anywhere somewhere above the Globex high. Well, the divergence in the XLF certainly took us up off the lows of 98. 96 or wherever we were when I recognized it. That decision was good to get out, but it would have been better if we could have got back in. We are working on entries. I mean, that would be considered an entry, but we didn't. But we'll certainly consider it next time. We did reverse yesterday successfully, and today would have been another good reverse. We're going to buy the 750s. We've changed our opinion, at least for now. I think we can get to the 15, 16 area before any significant retracement, so we're going to buy the 750s. Our stop on this is 1302. I still think we can test below us, but I think in the morning session, I wouldn't be surprised if we test the high buy-in cluster up around the 14, 15, 16 area. Our target on this trade is up in that high volume cluster. Once we get up there, I think that could potentially be a good short. The only problem is if the NYSE tick stays positive when we get up there, it would potentially be either a reversal or just an area to take some profit and maybe get short on a retracement, but maybe not have a goal of getting down to that area we talked about earlier, which is from the high 70s up through the 8-period low of the 90s. We'll just have to see what the chart looks like. The XLF is not quite making higher highs. It's more in line with the S&P now, so that tends to make me believe that things are a little more neutral than they were with that burst of buying with the news. The C period opens up in about 13 minutes. Pause video here. Well, we're trying to struggle higher. The NYSE tick is up at the second standard deviation above the mean, but we just don't seem to have the volume to push us any higher. We really need to make a equal or higher NYSE push up to about 800 to get the market moving here, and the volume's just dead. So I'm going to keep a close eye on this here. Still have about 10 minutes, 8 minutes to the C period open. Try to stay patient a little bit longer here. The XLF is not making a higher high, where even the S&P is almost making a higher high. That's an opposite divergence to what we had a minute ago. So we're moving a little higher here. My cat's crying, our kittens are hungry, I guess. Keeping a close eye on the XLF. Alright, we seem to have broken above the B period high here, making new highs in the mini S&P. And we also are making new highs in the XLF. That's good, or at least close to making new highs in the XLF. Alright, now we're making new highs in the XLF. We're approaching that volume cluster at the 14 to 15 area. Getting some cross volume too. We're going to take the 1175 out